Our grantee this year, the South Bay Center for Counseling, proposed a project at the 2009 Grant Screening Board that addressed this crisis. SBCC believes that economic development is the key to family well-being and social change, and they have developed services intended to build the economic capacity of their clients. In 2005, they launched the Career Pathways program, which places low-income adults with barriers to employment in living wage jobs. Based on the success of that program, they developed a 4-year pilot program to provide support, education, training, and job placement to 300 low-income, at-risk, out-of-school 16 and 17-year-olds. The goal of the program is to break this cycle of poverty and hopelessness that is experienced by many of our Los Angeles youth by providing them with proven pathways to successful high-income jobs. This is the Everychild Youth Career Pathways program. The project will provide measurable and life-changing benefits. The youth will earn a high school diploma or its equivalent. They will earn college credits, and they will have access to careers that pay up to $70,000 a year. With the successful completion of this program, it will qualify for government funding and be able to continue its work into the future. And SBCC will be able to disseminate this model to other low-income communities. This program has the potential to change not just individuals' lives, but their families' lives and our communities' lives. Accepting our grant tonight on behalf of SBCC is Colleen Mooney, the Executive Director, Jonathan Mooney, New Program Development and Strategic Planning Consultant, and Yvette Vargas, who's a student in the Everychild Career Youth Pathways program. So please join me in welcoming them, and please wish Colleen a happy birthday tonight. May I also have the 2009 Executive Board and the GSB team for SBCC join us on the stage.
Vicki. Well, I don't know about you, Colleen and Jonathan. You're up here? Oh, here we go. But I hope you feel like $1 million bucks.
Well, good evening. How y'all doing? You know, a friend of mine from the Grant Screening Board said that on one hand we have the worst speaking side of the evening, right? It's a long night, people on their way home, but on the other hand, we have $1 million check. So, not a bad slot to be in, right? Well, my name is Jonathan Mooney, and I'm a consultant to the South Bay Center for Counseling, in charge of new program development and strategic planning, and the organization asked me to just make some opening remarks before we hear from the executive director and most importantly, before we hear from one of our program participants. So first and foremost, I would like to thank the good folks and Jackie Castor and all the women who constitute the Everychild Foundation. I can tell you that as an organization, we feel respected. We feel like we're working in partnership with you all. we feel like this is an entity that has not dictated the social agenda, but partnered with an organization to make a true impact in the city of Los Angeles, and that's rare in the philanthropic world. So we are honored deeply to be a part of this. So thank you, Jackie, and thanks for all the women who worked so hard on our grant and made this happen. Secondly, I want to recognize a few of SBCC's staff who are in the room. You know, I was a national finalist for a Rhodes Scholarship, but I got to be honest with y'all, the process that you have, the Rhodes does not hold a candle to it, okay? And it's a process that really was managed by many of the staff members of SBCC. One of them is sitting right in the front row here, Renetta, who worked hard on this project, who final presenter. Stand up, Renetta. Yeah. We would not be here unequivocally if it wasn't for your work and the work of other staff members like you. So thank you very much, Renetta, for your commitment to young people. Last but not least, and this is by way of introducing her, I want to recognize my mother. My mother is the executive director of the South Bay Center for Counseling. It is her birthday this evening. I will not lead a sing-along for you, I promise, okay? Be right off the stage. But I do want to take this moment to recognize her. You know, my mother raised my brothers and two sisters on welfare in San Francisco. You know, my mother started at the South Bay Center for Counseling in 1977, the year that I was born. The South Bay Center for Counseling at that time was a one-room organization on Sepulveda Boulevard in Manhattan Beach. It was an all-volunteer organization that had a budget of negative $1,000. My mother started there as a volunteer and has moved up to be the executive director and has built an organization with a $7 million budget that's committed to moving people out of poverty. She has dedicated her life to that, and she's a role model to me. She's a mentor to me. And you do not mess with Colleen Mooney now, do you? You know? You'll see her in a second. She's kind of an unassuming woman, right? She's not a tall woman. You know, what are you, 5 feet tall, in high heels on your tippy toes at best, right? She's got a high-pitched, squeaky voice like Mickey Mouse, you're going to hear in a second. And she curses like a truck driver, right? And I'll tell you right now, if you were a social worker not treating kids right, or if you were DCFS not doing right by young people in the foster care system, you did not want cursing Mickey Mouse in your office, you know? But that's where she's always been, fighting for social change in Los Angeles. And tonight is a statement to her commitment to moving people out of poverty. And that's what we're all about. At the end of the day, what y'all have invested in is a program that's going to move 300 young people out of poverty into living wage jobs. 300. 900 to 1,000 young people are going to be given direct access to services that better their life. Y'all, in no unclear way, have made an investment in fundamentally breaking the cycle of poverty, and we're grateful for that, and we're honored to be partners with you in that work. So with that said, I want to introduce one of those people who have started this journey of change. I want to introduce Yvette Vargas. Now, we've only received this grant, 6 months ago at that? And so we've just begun our work. And Yvette is one of the first students who has begun a pathway to a job in the creative economy here in Los Angeles. She's a part of what we call the Everychild Urban Arts Academy. It's a pre-pathway program leading to living wage jobs in studios, in movie companies, in video game design firms here in Los Angeles. So she's just begun her journey. She's 16 years old. She's going to share a little bit of her story with you. So please join me in welcoming Yvette to the stage, and she'll come and share her journey with y'all.
Excuse me. Hi, my name is Yvette Vargas. I'm 16, born and raised in Wilmington. I come from a family of 5. Sorry, I'm nervous. First time doing this. I come from a family of 5. My family is great, and we support each other with a lot. In my house, my grandma is the only one that works. My family, you can say, been through a lot. My parents were laid off 2 years ago, and they are currently receiving unemployment checks. I tried to look around for a job, but no one's really hiring, and my dad didn't really like the idea. My parents weren't happy with me looking because they wanted me to focus on my school credits and my artwork. I'm supposed to be a 2011 graduate, but from the way things look, I'll be graduating in 2012. Because of my bad credits, I wasn't able to take painting classes in my school. The reason I fell behind because I have a lot of bad studying habits. Like, I would sit in class and teacher would be talking, but my folder would be open, drawing, sketching new things out. And after school, like, I'll just hang out with the guys and some girls and just go paint. I would never go to class. Like, I ditch, not that I leave school, I'd just be at the library, just reading. When I was in class, I felt like there was no point in me even being there. I was so behind that when I was there, I wouldn't even know what they're talking about. Just thinking about it, I would get stressed out because I would think about where am I gonna be after high school, and what if I don't actually become anything with my art that I've done. And I have a little sister that she's 10 years old, and I get home and she's drawing and she's like, oh, Yvette, I want to be just like you, and if I don't make it, if I don't go to college, then what kind of role model am I being? All of this changed when I heard of the Everychild Urban Arts Academy. The academy helped me stay focused because it provides a creative outlet. Being in the program pushes me to get good grades and have a goal in life. The program is perfect for me because it makes the stress go away, not just by keeping me busy, but the thought of me actually going somewhere with this. They are training me in visual media art and giving me the tools to compete in the creative industry. I'm looking forward to the challenge. Thank you, Everychild Foundation, for this opportunity.
I know it's late, and I know we're all ready to go home, so I'm going to be very brief. As Jonathan said, I did raise my first 3 children on welfare, and so I do know from firsthand experience how important economic self-sufficiency is, how important a sense of self-respect and competency and empowerment is. And I really want to congratulate the Everychild Foundation on the core values that you demonstrated when you chose us. We don't have a flashy website. We really are a grassroots organization. We don't have sophisticated outreach materials. But the women who make up the heart and soul of this foundation didn't look for those superficial things. They were willing to listen to us, and they were willing to give us the opportunity to convince them that we had something substantial to contribute. It has been an honor to be part of this process. It has been a great growth process for South Bay Center for Counseling, and I am so proud to be a partner with the Everychild Foundation in the work of moving young people into living wage, self-sufficient jobs. Thank you so much.